AIM Solo2 DL. This is one of the latest versions of the lap timer. Essentially, it's a lap timer, as the name suggests, but it has a lot of interesting and really useful features in there, like predictive lap timing and also delta for whether you're going faster or slower, a bit like on PlayStation, you know, when the green light lights up and you're like, oh yeah, I'm doing faster, or red one, and you're below your time. Also, this one in particular, because you have different connections, this one in particular will connect to my CAN bus on my ECU, so I will get all the data that I'll ever need, like temperatures, gear position, essentially pretty much everything you kind of your ECU sees, your Solo DL will see, and we'll be able to use that as an overlay over the videos. So it's a lot easier to analyze the footage and see what was happening. So we bought it from Tegiwa Imports. I think they have two different websites, and because of I'm a Time Attack competitor, yeah, I get a small discount. Let's have a look. It's not an unboxing video, guys. It's not an unboxing video. We're going to be fitting it. So it's a really small device like that, and obviously it's not charged in the moment, so I can't really show you. But yeah, let's find a good spot for it. Let's find a good spot for it. The idea is that we will be able to set up lights on it. You see on each side it has lights, green, yellows and reds. So I will be able to set up some of them to light up green if I'm going faster than my previous time, or red if I'm going slower, knowing, well, delta, basic. I'm not going to bore you with all this. So I want to be able to look at it without actually sort of taking my eyes off the road, so to speak. So there's a number of places. There's a number of places that I was thinking about. A lot of people just fit them here, like that. I mean, it would be fine if mine wasn't connected to the ECU, because otherwise it kind of defeats the purpose of having a fully removable steering wheel. And I have my CarTech, which is the wireless panel. We don't want to have a wire there. So, come on. So here is not a good position. Then I was thinking somewhere here. I mean, this could be a contender. It's right above, but then you still kind of have to look to your left. I was thinking somewhere here, like that, right above the steering wheel. But then it kind of covers it a little bit if you adjust, and then it'll be a lot more difficult to attach to the back. So I'm thinking the best. Oh, actually, I thought about here as well. That would be a nice location, wouldn't it? Because it's literally right below, because my sunstrip is somewhere here, like that. That's where it ends, so it would be below, but then we have a cable coming from here, so that's not a best solution. So what I was thinking, the easiest way would be to mount it on my dash, how you call it, binnacle support, like this. I mean, you can't really see it with camera. I'm trying to have it so you can see. This is basically my view, like that. So it will be right here, permanently mounted, and it's pretty much in your eyesight. So you don't have to take your eyes off the road. You will be able to see all the lights whenever they light up on there, and it's easily reachable for the buttons. It comes with a bracket. It comes with a nice bracket like that, and if I can show you how it attaches, like that. And then there's two little screws with little springs in them. Secures it really nice. So if we can have that bracket attached to the binnacle, something like this, then we'll be able to take it off and on, and the cable is not going to be in the way. Yeah, what do you guys think? I personally think this is the best place for it. So now I need to somehow figure out how to make a little bracket that will attach this bracket to this bracket. So basically that's how it's going to sit. Let me show you how it is with the steering wheel. So that's pretty much from my eye line point of view. So we can see the display, obviously the main dash, and we have this one. And I can still reach for all the buttons with my fingers. So I think that's half of the mission accomplished. We have it fitted. Now the ever so exciting part of wiring all of this. It has 6 wires. As I mentioned before, this is CAN bus harness. So we have CAN low, CAN high, then we have ground, and we have permanent life or switch life, ECU. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna bore you with how. Actually, maybe I will bore you. Let's get it. Alright, now it's time for the wiring. Wiring is fairly simple. As you can see from this diagram, actually, by the way, this is NT dash. This is my dash that I'm using. It's talking to the ECU itself through this main cable. Basically, it has CAN high, CAN low, power, and ground. And those are exactly the 4 wires that we need for our Solo2. And here they are. Here's a quick diagram. I'm not sure if it will tell you, but we basically need all 4 of those. So what I'm planning to do is we literally it doesn't matter, don't need to disconnect it. I will tap in another plug with 4. I'll probably even have another Deutsch connector like this. So it'll just be another 4, well, an extension, and then it will connect straight to this whole thing. There is nothing to sort of think about really. All 4 wires all on one plug. So let's do it real quick. So to do the wiring, I'm just going to use a few basic tools. One of them is a cable stripper. It's very easy to use. You put your wire in, done. Now we take the pin, and I prefer crimping the pins rather than soldering them. So one of those tools, by the way, you can probably buy it on Amazon. I'll leave a link to my Amazon affiliate page where I get a small commission if you buy it. If you want to do wiring professionally, well, semi-professionally, but to decent level, this is what you need. It's very, very simple. You sort of put your crimpy bit in there, and then you slot your wire inside and you press. That's it. Very strong connection, no need for soldering. Slot it through the connector at the back, and it goes all the way through, and then when it comes up, boom, it's inside. Next one is green, number 3, same way, done. And then we need red, goes on number 1. Find number 1, it's here, done. And black, perfect. Another absolutely must thing to have when you're doing the wiring is one of these. These are called solder sleeves. Essentially, it's a heat ring with a bit of solder in the center. So you put your wires in, they slot one into another, and then you use a heating element. It can be a lighter, can be soldering iron, anything that is really, really hot. And then once the center ring melts, it encases all the wires in solder, and at the same time heat shrinks it with a outer layer with adhesive. Perfect. Repeat 2 more times and we have a complete wiring done. So wiring is complete. I didn't show you all of it, obviously, because it's just boring. Now let's give it a try. Yep, it's searching for whatever circuit. Obviously we don't have a circuit nearby, surprise surprise, but it's charging and everything, and unfortunately would not be able to test whether it's actually receiving high and low CAN signal for all the gauges and stuff like that until we try. So I think the next step would be set it up on a PC. I need to connect it, maybe update the software, and then I can load the protocol for your ECU. You need to load it up, so probably it doesn't actually see it automatically by default. I truly hope that DTA is quite a known manufacturer of ECUs, so I'm really hoping that it's inside. If it's not, I know a way around it. So let's have a look on the PC. Alright, so let's have a look how to set it up. I'm not going to pretend that I know how to do it properly, or I'm not going to make a tutorial out of it. I'm just quickly going to show you how I done this one, and maybe it could be useful for some of you. Basically what you need is you need to download RuskiWeldFab 3. By the way, AIM have really extensive manual. Highly recommend to read it. So all this information I'm giving you right now, it's basically from me reading the manual. So I use RuskiWeldFab 3. So what you need to do is first you need to connect your AIM Solo. It's actually over here right now, just charging. I can't remember exactly whether you need to enable Wi-Fi on it or maybe it's already enabled. But anyways, as you can see in list of Wi-Fi devices, you can see AIM Solo. You press connect and it connects to your device. Then you need to press new and you have to set it up as a new device. So you click on the Solo2 DL, which is obviously this one is, and then you can name it whatever you want to name it, and you press, let's put test, Solo2 DL test, just so I know which one it is. You have OK, and then see in here there's quite a few different things you want to do. Just enable all of these. These are all of your sensors internal. Then ECU stream, you can change that. CAN expansion, we don't have that. Math channels, parameters, LED display. So those are really good LED bars. Basically those 3 on the side and 5 on each side. What I have right here is, instead of use gear shift, I have predictive lap timing. So basically if one of them is green, then you know that you're 1/10 of a second faster. So 5 of them, half a second faster. And opposite, if you're slower by half a second or 0.3 of a second, then they light up as red. I reckon this is the best thing. And then if I press active simulation, you see, so this is basically, now we're going half a second faster, half a second slower. So you don't have to push if you're already super slow. Display, this is a really interesting one as well. Basically you can have, I can't remember how many displays exactly you can have in there, but as default here you have 4 displays. This is basically what this is going to be showing, so you can modify this, but obviously you need PC. So the first one, standard one, you just see the speed. The second one, oil pressure, and something else. I'll just quickly show you how. For example, page to add, let's say page 1. So you have it here, and then you can channel not set. No, I'm doing something wrong. Okay, add a new page. Yeah, so this one, and then you can info. What am I clicking on? GPS, lab channels, gyro internal. I'm all confused. I am all confused. Why am I not at the new page? Okay, so now you basically can set a channel not set. So yeah, let's go back to the first one. So this one, you basically have this, so channel not set, so then you lap channels, and you can choose what you want. So for example, lap time, and you press that, and then you will have your lap time. Then you can have your best time or predictive time. This display is for a single main element. Then you have dual element, triple element, and 4 elements. So for example, here you can have either speed or just your top, your best lap time so far. For example, I have 3 different ones where I have just a lap timer. Then I have one which has 3, so my current lap time at the top, my best lap time here, and my predictive here. And then I have another one which is this one, and I have my oil temperature and just some vital information. So I don't think you really need anything else. Hopefully this explained stuff. Then what you really need to do is change ECU. So this is very, very important, because obviously the AIM doesn't really know what ECU you have, and you need to tell it, because all of them have different protocols and stuff like that. So it has a really extensive list of ECUs. Mine is DTA Fast S60 Pro, so we can actually look for it here, and it's DTA S Series, S60 or S Series Pro. I can't remember exactly which one I picked, but I think it's this one. Protocol, okay, and then you can actually tell the system which of those channels you actually want to pull from the ECU. Again, click, unclick whatever you want to unclick, and math channels, a lot of the other stuff. I'm not going to go into sort of into details, but effectively once you have that thing, you can connect to it, and you have all of your, you see, live measurements, because it's constantly live. If it was connected to your car and the car was running, you will see all of this, the cam sensor, the speed analogs and stuff like that. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much how you set it up. Again, I stress it one more time. Read the instruction manual. Don't just rely on this information I'm giving you. And then once you do a couple of laps, a session, event or whatever, the easiest way is literally you do the same thing. Everything is preset up, so you just connect the same way, aim solo, disconnect, then click on this, pulls you, gives you this screen, then you click download. Right now I have quite a few sessions that I've done, and then you click whatever session you want, download, and then you can look at your statistics and all of the information from that lab. I'm not going to go into the detail, and I'm sure it'll be different for everyone. So anyways, I have pleasure, again, a pleasure. Yeah, I have a pleasure of using this thing for quite a while now. When I first fitted it, I was maybe 3 or 4 months ago, but yeah, never got around to filming this bit for you guys. But yeah, I've tested it at Time Attack, Brands Hatch, and Donington, and not Cadwell. No, I didn't have it at Cadwell, and I tested it at Donington and Anglesey and other places. And the thing, obviously, I'm not getting any commission from AIM, but AIM, if you want to send me any more devices for review. Anyways, really good device. What I love about it the most is it's fully automatic. Once it's set up, literally, I've tried it in a different car. You don't even need, the battery lasts for a good half a day probably. So you just literally put it in, need to do nothing except for turn it on. It will find the truck, it will switch on automatically, it will start doing your lap times, your predictive times, everything, recording all of the information to it and stuff like that. So brilliant. Much better than any of those race chronos or Harry's lap timers where you have to constantly play with it and stuff like that. And then you choose your editing software to overlay this data over your video or whatever else you want to do. Anyways, I don't want this video to be very long, so I hope you find it useful, maybe not useful. Anyways, I made another bracket and I'm happy, so I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.